Urgent, Niners fan! Look at what just happened. Nobody saw this coming, huh? But first, make sure to subscribe to the channel because we bring you daily videos with the latest Niners news. And don't forget to turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. 49ers should trade Brock Purdy if he wants more than $50 million per stay strong 49ers. And be bold. The magic number for quarterbacks in the NFL these days is $50 million. If you get paid more than $50 million per season, you're supposed to be a franchise QB. If you get paid less than $50 million per season, you're a bridge quarterback, either because you're old or simply not that special. Being a bridge quarterback pays extremely well. $40 million per season is a ton of money. But the job comes with fewer guarantees and less security than franchise quarterbacks get. A bridge quarterback always has to look over his shoulder and beat out a young quarterback who's coming for his job. A franchise quarterback has nothing to worry about. So you can see why Purdy and his agent might decide that anything less than $50 million per season is unacceptable. And if that's what they decide, should the 49ers pay him that much? Absolutely not. Purdy might think he's a franchise quarterback, but he hasn't proven that he's one yet. Last season, he lost 5 of his last 6 starts and got injured twice. If Purdy threatens to sit out until the 49ers pay him more than $50 million per season, they should trade him. Let some other team screw up and pay Purdy too much money the way Dallas screwed up and overpaid Dak Prescott, or the way Miami screwed up and overpaid Tua Tagovailoa. The 49ers don't need to follow their footsteps into football purgatory. Stay strong, 49ers, and be bold. Trade Purdy. Pausing this news just to say that if you want YouTube to keep recommending the latest Niners news to you, it's very important that you leave a like on this video. Thanks. Now let's get back to the news. 49ers signed veterans Tonjes, Pleasants to one-year contracts. 2 exclusive rights free agents on Thursday formally signed their one-year contract tenders with the 49ers. Offensive lineman Austin Pleasants, a candidate to compete for the team's backup tackle positions, and tight end Jake Tonges finalized their one-year contracts. OL Austin Pleasants and TE Jake Tonges signed their one-year contracts as exclusive rights. Free agents the 49ers announced. Matt Maiocco, BS Kai. Social, April 17, 2025 at 147 PMA's players with fewer than 3 accrued NFL seasons. Pleasants and Tonjes were not eligible to negotiate with teams other than the 49ers. Pleasants appeared in the 49ers' final 3 games of the 2024 NFL season at left tackle, sharing time with Charlie Heck after injuries to Trent Williams and Jaylon Moore. San Francisco tendered Pleasants for the upcoming 2025 season with a non-guaranteed contract of $960,000. Tonjes joined the 49ers practice squad in 2023. He appeared in 16 games last season. Tonjes saw limited time as a reserve tight end. He was also one of the team's core special teams players. Tonjes, who played prep football at nearby Los Gatos High, appeared in 41 games with 23 starts during his college career at Cal. He signed with the Chicago Bears as an undrafted rookie in 2022. Tonjes' one-year non-guaranteed contract is worth $1.03 million. Will the 49ers shock people with their first pick in the NFL draft? These are 49ers we're talking about, and they like to keep us on our toes. Most people expect the 49ers to take an offensive lineman or a defensive lineman with their first round pick this year, but these are 49ers we're talking about, and they like to keep us on our toes. Let's review some 49ers history. In 2019, they lost the Super Bowl with Jimmy Garoppolo as their quarterback. In 2020, Garoppolo got injured. The 49ers went 33 with him on the field, and his passer rating was 92. 4. Then in 2021, a month before the draft, the 49ers traded up for the number 3 pick and eventually took a quarterback. Now let's cut to the present. In 2023, the 49ers lost the Super Bowl with Brock Purdy as their quarterback. In 2024, Purdy got injured. The 49ers went 69 with him on the field, and his passer rating was 96. 1. Does that mean the 49ers have the urge to take another quarterback? When they traded up for Trey Lance, they didn't get rid of Garoppolo. The 49ers kept both of them on the team for 2 seasons. They could do the same thing now if they were to trade up for a quarterback or draft one who falls to them. According to reports, the 49ers aren't close to finalizing an extension with Purdy, who seems to want more than the 49ers are willing to pay him at this time. They could change their minds eventually and give Purdy everything he wants, or they could draft a quarterback such as Shedeur Sanders or Jackson Dart next week and force Purdy to play out his rookie contract. Given the 49ers' history, I wouldn't rule anything out. Matt Mayako says 49ers aren't close to finalizing Brock Purdy deal. It seems we're looking at another prolonged contract negotiation this offseason. The 49ers, who aren't exactly known for getting deals done quickly with their best players, aren't close to finalizing an extension with quarterback Brock Purdy, according to Matt Mayako of NBC Sports Bay Area. The latest is that the 49ers have made an offer. It's kind of sitting out there, Mayako said on KNBR in San Francisco. Brock Purdy and his camp, and I don't know how much involved Brock is. I'm sure the agent is shielding him from a lot of this stuff. But the offer the 49ers have made isn't one that Brock Purdy's side is inclined to take at this point, nor will they. So it's just a matter of trying to find that right number. I think Purdy's camp, it feels like the market is set. The market is what it is, and they believe that he's earned it. You know, Jed York referred to Brock Purdy a couple of weeks ago as a top 10 quarterback, so we'll see how this plays out. But right now, from my understanding, it doesn't sound like anything's close. There will still be, I'm sure, a few more offers exchanged here in the coming weeks. Everybody seems to be confident that it'll get done eventually, but it's just kind of this back and forth. I'm not sure that there's a lot more that could happen on the quarterback market that would change how this deal would be structured, or the average per year, or the signing bonus money. So it's a process, and nothing much has changed over the last couple of weeks. Once again, it sounds like the 49ers are in a game of chicken. They don't want to budge from their current offer, and Purdy's agent doesn't want to budge either, so this probably will drag out until September. And that's when the 49ers typically fold and give in to the players' demands. We'll see if they hang tough this time around. Day 3 draft prospect tabbed as potential 49ers target to replace Dre Greenlaw. As the 49ers turn over stones to try to replace Dre Greenlaw, a later round draft prospect looks like a promising option. The San Francisco 49ers watched a lot of defensive talent leave in free agency, and the draft is clearly the plan to replace it. They'll have 11 picks to help refill the coffers, and it'll be hard to immediately criticize any particular order of voids filled. There was no bigger loss for the Niners this offseason than linebacker Dre Greenlaw. General Manager John Lynch can try as he might to talk himself into an internal replacement, but adding reinforcements at linebacker in the draft has to be somewhere on the radar. Pro Football Network has highlighted a Day 3 draft prospect fit. For each NFL team, and for San Francisco, the choice was Georgia linebacker Smael Mondon Jr. The impact of losing Dre Greenlaw in free agency cannot be overstated. D. Winters gained valuable starting experience, but even if he locks down the starting will spot, the 49ers need depth behind him and Fred Warner. Smael Mondon Jr. is raw as a technical linebacker, but he's a rare athlete oozing with untapped potential. Smael Mondon Jr. could be groomed as Dre Greenlaw's successor. Mondon was a 5-star recruit who became a 3-year starter at Georgia, 32 total starts. Injuries hampered him a bit each of those seasons, though, including a foot injury that required surgery after the 2023 season and missing 4 games last season with a left leg injury. Mondon is on the small side at 224 pounds, but he does everything well. Playing at Georgia exposed him to high-level competition, and there's no denying his athleticism, highlighted by a 10-foot, 10-inch broad jump at the NFL Combine. Smael Mondon Jr. is a LB prospect in the 2025 draft class. He scored a 9.42 RAS out of a possible 10.00. This ranked 186 out of 3,182 LB from 1987 to 2025. HTTPST, Kudo PWW6OJG pick. Twitter, ComY1V7Zoo3LNB, Kent Lee Platt Mathbomb, April 6, 2025. Evaluations of Mondon are consistent in mentioning one thing: his overall instincts and ability to diagnose and react are lacking, though easily explained as him simply being a bit raw. His history of lower body injuries is also a thing that could lead him to falling in the draft more than his ability suggests he should. Overall, Mondon should be able to contribute immediately on special teams while honing his craft as an NFL linebacker. If the 49ers draft him, he'd be lined up to immediately push D. Winters for snaps at will linebacker, with a residual chance to become Greenlaw's long-term replacement. And now, Niners fan, I want to hear from you. What's your opinion on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I don't know if you know this, but your opinion matters a lot for Niners. I'll be back any moment with more Niners news.